Hello and welcome to this OMDR Montreal video, easy roller shutter repair, DIY fix in circa 5 minutes. If your roller shutter door has got these style locking straps and they're broken like the one in the right hand side, this video is for you. You're only going to need simple tools, and that is a flat screwdriver, a cross screwdriver, a pair of step ladders to access the top rail. And you're not going to need 2 people, and it's going to be done in minutes. Now, the telltale signs of broken locking straps are bits of plastic on your garage floor, and the door can tend to have a knocking or cracking noise as it tries to drive over the broken strap that may be poking out. Now, the typical broken plastic part from the locking strap looks something like this. You can see it's actually cut away quite a lot, and it's actually designed to be weak and break in case of problems with these locking straps. So it's not unknown for these to break in case of the garage door being overloaded or closed onto something. So you do have to replace these from time to time. Now, you need to know on these garage doors there are 2 types of lath design, which have different aluminium sections on their locking straps. You have a 77mm lath and a 55mm lath. So please check the lath width and double check the aluminium section type as this picture here. Now, these locking straps are easy to source on the internet, Amazon, eBay, etc. And they're not very expensive. The typical cost is about £12.95 delivered, and that's in 2022. So it's not an expensive repair. So in order to actually get at it and repair it, you need to use the manual override, which will be on the right or left hand side at the end of your roller shutter door, and actually open the door slightly to access the strap. Now, you may need to remove the top cover. I don't actually have one fitted on my roller shutter door, but if the top rail is covered, you will have to remove the top cover. And by rotating the rail, it will allow the broken strap to fall down, as you can see here. And you should be able to see the broken strap pretty clearly. Now, please note the aluminium section is still fixed to the lath, and this is a part of the problem. Now, the top lath and the aluminium section you can see here is, on my broken one, was the 3rd one in from the right hand side. Now, in order to slide that off and replace it, I now have to pass the other 2 straps and aluminium sections already fixed in place. So it's not particularly easy. I mean, I can particularly swap the left for the right and etc., but I've still got an aluminium section loose on the top lath. And even if I get to the end, I slide them all off the end, I don't have clearance to get them away. There isn't physically enough clearance between the roller shutter door and the end cap of the casing to get these straps off. Normally, in order to replace them properly, you really need to remove the top power rail off the garage door altogether to allow you to push the garage door up and out, partially out of the box, so you can access the top lath and slide them all off and replace them. And obviously that's 1 or 2 men job, and it's quite a big deal. So this method is far easier. Now, I haven't mentioned the step ladders, but this is where it comes in. So you're going to need your pair of step ladders purely to access the top rail, because it's going to be quite high up. And you use your screwdriver to untighten a hidden screw on one of the plastic rings. Now, I've circled it here. You can see the actual part of the moulding is protruding, which shows where the screw is screwing into. So that's the bit of a giveaway. So look for that on your ring, and through the sort of plastic carpet on the ring, you should be able to access the screw. Undo that screw, and then you should be able to move the ring down the channel to free one end of the strap from the rail itself. Then you can actually pull the broken strap out from the other ring and remove it from the top rail. And you should have something like this. Now, In this case, this strap had broken right at the aluminium section end, but they do actually break at the pivot points of the pins. In that case, you can use this method, albeit adapted for the particular circumstance. You may have part of the section still located in the aluminium section. As you can see here, the aluminium section still attached to the upper door lath. And as I say, you can't easily remove it. If there is some plastic already stuck in there, you need to remove that in the case of this method, which is quite easy to do. Now, the new strap comes complete with its own aluminium section. Now, the aluminium section is already in place on our door, so we're going to need to remove that because we're going to reuse the old one. Now, it's retained on its, the strap's retained in aluminium section simply by these two notches, displaced aluminium material. Now, you get your flat screwdriver and you can just move that out of the way, deform it and remove one of the notches. Don't have to do both sides, just do one side. Just push the notch up and out of the way, it might even break off. And then you can simply slide the aluminium section off the rail. It's not particularly tight, it should come off relatively easily. And then you should be able to separate it just like this. So this is what you need, because you've already got the aluminium section on, stuck on your top lath. So you should then be able to slide the new strap onto the old aluminium section, still fix the door. As I say, you may need to remove one of the notches on the old aluminium section if that's not been replaced before, because obviously the way it's broke, it's probably still intact. And then you should push it along till it's located centrally in the aluminium section, as you can see here. Then use the manual override again to close the shutter door. The aluminium section should then slide out of sight, and you should be able to pull the rest of the strap over the rail to give you better access to locate the pin into the rings. Now, at this point, you need to note the strap, the strap location on the other rings. And you can see in this case, on my door, is located in the fourth hole down. You can see the pin there, the little copper coloured pin is located the fourth hole down, and you need to follow that on all the rings. So you then locate the new strap in the same location. It may need pulling down a little bit, because obviously the door might have sagged a little bit in that area, so you need to pull it down so it goes into that location. Then you can move the other ring along the rail and then locate that ring on the other side of the strap, again fourth hole down in this case. Then use the manual override to open the shutter slightly again. Now the reason for this is we need to retighten the hidden ring fixing screw, so you need to open the door slightly to turn it round to access that hole. Tighten that screw up to tighten the whole assembly up, make sure the strap doesn't come out, and then use the manual override again to close the shutter door. And it really is as simple as that. All fixed and ready to use. It's good as new, albeit you've reused the aluminium section. As I say, if other parts of the strap break, you can use an adapted version of this method. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully that's useful for you if you have one of these broken straps you want to replace. Please like, comment, share and subscribe if you'd like to see more Jaguar XK8, Ford Cougar, Nissan Leaf or general fix-it videos.